hello there. It's nice to meet you. Welcome in. What can I do for you today? You want to learn a little bit more about our services? Okay, so here at Meg's Kitchen, we provide meal plans for as long as you would like. And generally we can cater to whatever kind of meals that you like. So we have a vegan meal plan, we have a protein heavy meal plan, we have a well-balanced meal plan, and we have a general healthy meal plan. But you know, whatever your preferences are, we would be happy to cater to. Does that sound like something that you would be interested in today? Okay, great. All right, let me just take down a little bit of your information. Okay, so can you go ahead and give me your name, please? Great. With 2 L's? Okay. Okay, and can you tell me what your favorite meal is? Let's say your favorite dinner, to be more specific. That's so good. I love that. Especially with that sauce. Okay, what about your breakfast preferences? Because some people are very, very different on what they like for breakfast. So what do you think? Okay, I can definitely agree with that. Okay, great. And are you local to the area or are you just visiting? Okay, awesome. Love meeting new people that live in this area. And how did you hear about us? Okay, great. Glad to hear it. Okay, so with that, just wanted to show you one of my favorite recipe books. It is called Super Simple. And it is by Half Baked Harvest. So this book has more than 125 recipes for instant, overnight, meal prepped, and easy comfort foods. Does that sound like something that you would be interested in? Super simple recipes with high quality ingredients that are fairly easy to make on weekdays and weeknights. Do you like instant and slow cooker recipes too? Okay, perfect. All right, so what kind of a meal plan are you looking for? Are you looking for like a good weekly plan? Okay. Just for dinners? Okay, perfect. Okay, so you want at least a couple of them to be meal prep dinners so that you have food saved for later in the week for either lunch or other dinners or weekend meals. Okay. Okay, I can definitely do that. So I will put together a meal plan for you for weeknight meals. Weeknight meals in the evenings. We're gonna front load probably your Monday and Tuesday meals to be larger so that you can have food saved for later in the week. And then on the weekends, since you like to go out to eat, we're not going to plan anything for those days, correct? Okay, great. Yeah, we can definitely pick out like a breakfast or a dessert or something to cook on the weekends. Because I know I like to make stuff on the weekends too, but not for dinner. I like making breakfast too. Okay, so on our table of contents, we have a pizza and pasta section, a vegetarian, a poultry and pork, beef and lamb, and seafood and fish. I think that those will be good for dinner meals. So, do any of those sound appealing to you? We're gonna pick out 5 dinners. Alright, let's see what we have here. Let's look through the pizzas. So we have a sweet and spicy pineapple pizza. Carrot and basil pepperoni pizza. Harvest butternut squash and apple pizza. That one sounds like it would be very good in the fall. Do any of those sound like you would want to make them? Or do they sound very good to you? The sweet and spicy pineapple pizza. Yes, I think that one sounds really good. Sweet and spicy, anything sounds delicious. So this one will serve 4, but you can always double it if you would prefer to. And it actually doesn't require that many ingredients either. So just extra virgin olive oil, no knead bread or pizza dough, chipotle salsa, which there's also a recipe in this book for that, fresh cilantro or basil, fontina cheese, fresh pineapple chunks, grated pecorino cheese, green onions, and baby arugula. That's it. It's actually not that bad. So you want to make that. So for now, I think we're gonna just pick out our meals and then we'll structure them into a feasible weekly plan. Okay, so now I'm gonna look in the pasta section. So this is definitely a crowd favorite. The penne alla vodka 2 ways. So you can serve it traditionally or you can serve it as a pasta bake. So the traditional way, I believe, would all be done on the stove, and then the bake, you would, you don't have to do everything on the stove. You would put it in the oven, so it's a little bit more hands-off. But there's multiple options, and again, this is a fairly simple recipe. It really doesn't have a lot of ingredients. You would just need butter, garlic cloves, crushed red pepper flakes, vodka, crushed tomatoes such as San Marzano, sun-dried tomatoes, salt and pepper, heavy cream, penne, grated Parmesan, and fresh basil. I've made this before, and it's one of my favorite meals, especially with grilled chicken over the top. But I'll find a couple of other options for you here. So there's 1 pot creamed corn bucatini, spinach and 3 cheese stuffed shells, and lemon basil pasta with balsamic Brussels sprouts. So, which of those sounds the best, do you think? So the lemon basil pasta with balsamic Brussels sprouts. I have not made this one, but I'm going to. So let me show you what's in it. So your pasta would either be like a bucatini or a fettuccine, a long cut pasta. Then you would need some thinly sliced prosciutto, which is good. You got a little bit of protein in there. Extra virgin olive oil, Brussels sprouts, kosher salt and freshly ground pepper, balsamic vinegar for the Brussels sprouts, jalapeno pepper, fresh thyme leaves, and 1 cup of lemon basil pesto, which she has an ingredient for, or you can store buy your pesto, but I would recommend making it. Goat cheese, manchego cheese, and zest and juice from a lemon. So overall, that one actually doesn't sound that bad, but it sounds like it has a very good array of ingredients to it. So you want to put that one down. I think that would also make a very good meal prep meal. So I'm just gonna note that we'll probably make that one on Monday night. Okay, let's see. Alright, I'm getting us into the poultry and pork section. So we have walnut crusted chicken with honey and brie, which looks very good if you like walnuts. Instant chicken gumbo, which is a little bit more of a soup, so it'd be very good if it's cold outside. Brown sage butter chicken pot pie. This is actually one of my absolute favorite meals to make. Highly recommend this one, and it makes great leftovers too. Breaded lemon chicken with burst cherry tomatoes, which is actually the cover of the book. That sounds good, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay. So did any of those sound good? Or do you want me to keep So the brown sage butter chicken pot pie, like I said, that's one of my absolute favorites because it is pretty easy to make. And it's the best chicken pot pie you'll ever taste. I can promise you that. You can also put turkey in it if you would prefer. So if it's like right after a big holiday or something and you have a bunch of leftover turkey, you can substitute that in for the chicken. So in the pot pie, we have salted butter, shallot, fresh sage, which is what makes it so good, fresh thyme, which also helps. The fresh herbs are always, they make a dish. All-purpose flour, low-sodium chicken broth, whole milk, salt and freshly ground pepper, carrots, broccoli florets, shredded rotisserie chicken, fresh parsley, and frozen puff pastry, and 1 large egg. So this one has a good amount of ingredients, but I find that a lot of them are things that I already have in my kitchen. The only thing to just note with this one is that it will take 40 to 45 minutes in the oven, plus about 10 minutes for cooling. So you just want to make sure that you factor in, you know, about an hour of that oven and cooling time before you make it. But this is one that you can actually do everything ahead of time, stick it in the fridge, and then right before dinner pop it into the oven. So because this one produces a pretty good amount of food, I'm gonna put that as our meal for Tuesday. And then, so now we have Monday and Tuesday done. We have that sweet and spicy pineapple pizza that we'll put on another day. And then we need 2 more dinners, okay? Also, one thing with the chicken pot pie that I want to point out that's not in this recipe that I'm gonna print out for you is that it's really good when you serve it over some white rice. I usually like to use basmati rice, and I'll actually, instead of cooking the rice in water, I'll cook it in chicken broth and butter. Oh my god, you have to try it. Okay, so then the other one that you said that you really liked was this breaded lemon chicken with burst cherry tomatoes. Okay, so we will add that one to the list. I have a feeling this one isn't gonna make a lot of leftovers, but that's totally fine because we already are gonna have plenty of food. Okay, so what's in this recipe? We've got boneless, skinless chicken breast, extra virgin olive oil, zest and juice of 1 lemon, salt and freshly ground pepper, all-purpose flour, salted butter, lemon, cherry tomatoes, garlic cloves, fresh thyme, red pepper flakes, and dry white wine, as well as fresh basil leaves. And it just looks so good, doesn't it? I have not made this one yet, but I cannot wait to make it. You'll have to let me know how it is. Okay, so we need 1 more meal. Let's see. Do you want to pick a seafood meal? Okay, so we have jalapeno garlic butter shrimp, which sound divine, Greek salmon and zucchini with salty feta. I'm already drooling. I love seafood. Lobster tacos with charred poblano crema. Oh my goodness. The thing I love about this recipe book is that you're basically cooking restaurant level food at home because she just uses such good quality ingredients. Extra saucy coconut fish curry with pomegranate. Slow roasted Moroccan salmon with winter squash. Browned butter scallops with burst cherry tomatoes. So do any of those sound good to you? You like the salmon recipes? Okay, so the slow roasted Moroccan salmon. So you'll need acorn squash, extra virgin olive oil, honey, sambal oelek, which is garlic chili paste. You can find it at the grocery store. Kosher salt, salmon fillet, harissa seasoning, garlic cloves, lemon, pomegranate, well, the seeds from the pomegranate, and fresh mint or cilantro to top it with. So, does that sound good? Yeah, that can be like your splurging meal of the week. So let me write that down. Okay, so let's see. So salmon is gonna be your splurge meal. So what day of the week do you want to have that on? Friday? Okay. And then what day do you want to make the pizza? Do you have a day that is busier than any other day? Your Thursdays are pretty busy? Because I think the pizza might be a good meal for that day. Which leaves us with the breaded lemon chicken with burst cherry tomatoes for Wednesday. Okay, so here's what we have for your curated meal plan for the upcoming week. So on Monday night, we have lemon basil pasta with balsamic Brussels sprouts, which you'll then be able to have leftovers for the rest of the week. Tuesday, we have a brown sage butter chicken pot pie. And you do want to use chicken in that, right? Okay, yeah, you can use a rotisserie chicken, which that will also give you some leftovers, so you'll get to enjoy that all week, and you will love it every time, promise you. Wednesday night, we'll have breaded lemon chicken with burst cherry tomatoes. Thursday night, sweet and spicy pineapple pizza with fresh pineapple chunks. And Friday, slow roasted Moroccan salmon with winter squash. I'm sure that you could use any squash too if they don't have it in season. Although I always say never to modify these recipes. Okay, so does that sound good to you? All right, so I will print you copies of all of those recipes. Can you give me your email address so that I can make sure that I send them to you? Okay, perfect. Okay, well, thank you for joining me today. Let me know if you like these recipes, because I would be very happy to make any other meal plans for you, okay?